Now I'm going to show you guys how to install Cushcore the correct way. It's actually pretty simple. First, you got to kind of heat up the Cushcore so I can put it in the sun for about 10 minutes. What I'll do, I'll just come out here. It is hot today. I'll just put it on my windshield. There you go. All right, guys, so the first pointer I'm going to give you, you want to get a surface where you can put the cassette, like a soft surface, and then you can work on the top of it so you don't mess up the spokes or the rim. So I have this tote which kind of blends the cassette, and then this edge will sit on this plastic. The biggest trick I can tell you is that you want to put the tire on, and you want to seat the bead, which, you know, put the tire on, put air to it, and you're only going to remove one bead. We're going to leave the other bead in, and we're only going to basically pop one bead, one side. So what I do is I'll just squeeze like that. And I'm telling you guys, when I did this, it makes installing Cushcore a breeze. You'll see. Now I just picked this up from the bike shop, so they did put in some tire sealant. So I'm just gonna leave it in there. It'll be okay. It's gonna get a little dirty, but that's fine. You also want to get like a soapy solution. I have this I use for the ride wrap when I wrap the bike. So you want to get yourself something like a soapy water. And after this kind of heated up, there is a hole right here. That's where your valve stem will go, like that. Now what I do is I'll grab my feet and I'll stretch it out. I'll just stretch it out. Not too hard, you want to rip it. There you go. You want to find your valve stem. I like to start in the bottom to match up the valve stem where it's supposed to go, like so. Make sure it's still lined up. It is. We're good. And we're going to just start putting it in over the wheel. I can usually do this in about 10-15 minutes. I know that's nothing, but it's I'm getting better and better at this over time. And this last section always is a pain in the butt. So you gotta just push it over to the rim. There you go. Want to hold it and push it in. There you go. One little section. There you go. Done, guys. And if you look right here, that little hole is lined up with the valve stem. Your hands are going to be dirty, so get yourself a towel and wipe off any of the tire sealant, like so. Now, you get your soapy water, and you want to just spray it on the outside of the tire. I do the bead mostly, and I'll also spray kind of the wheel. It won't hurt. You'll need yourself a bead tool from Cushcore, and I also have a bead holder, so it basically gives you an extra hand. So what I'll do is I like to start at the valve stem side, and you basically just want to push the bead in. Just want to push the bead in. Like so. And you're going to just go all around and start putting the bead in. Like so. And then once we do that, we're going to start pushing it. You want to push the bead in on all the way around, so the last part where you're trying to snap the bead in, it will do it, because if you don't push this tire in, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's a headache, guys. So I'll take my bead holder. You want to put it in like so. Like that, and then you want to screw that down. And I'll hold it. And we're basically gonna start going and pushing the bead in. It's gonna get a little bit harder. That's why we have the soapy water. You see, I'm not using any other tools right now. I'm just using my hands. It's going to get harder here when you get closer to the other side. There you go. We're going to push the bead in, see? We're going to push it in, and the soapy water, it helps a lot. Trust me, guys. See, look at that. The tire is going down into the rim. And this is what we want. If you don't do this, you will not ever get this last section over the rim. You'll damage your rim. You might damage the tire. So just, if you do that, guys, follow these easy steps. Putting Cushcore on is a breeze. So look at that. I'm already almost at the end there. And usually I only have to work it just a little bit. There you go. I'm just gonna keep working it. I might start going and trying to push it in a little bit. Look at that. I'm already basically almost done. You see how easy that was? I started, what, 2 minutes ago, and I already have the Cushcore almost completely installed. All done. What was that? That was 3 minutes. Cushcore's installed, ready to go. You know, people say you can't do Cushcore, it's impossible. It's not impossible if you just do some easy steps. We're going to remove this bead tool, and we're going to put air in it, and it will be ready to go. Now what I like to do, I'll put the tire on, and then I have this charge pump, which is amazing, by the way, and I'll pressurize the tank. If you don't have a compressor, this thing is a must. So right now I'm gonna have 51. I'm gonna put about 90 or 100 psi in the tank. We'll see what happens with that. We're gonna pop the bead, and then I'll do everything else. Here we go. So there's about 17 psi in the tire right now. 24. I'm gonna put 30. There you go. Bead is set. I'm gonna remove this. Let's see here. You can see the bead is set because the wheel is spinning evenly all the way across. And there you go, guys. Now, let's take this outside and see if it makes a sound or not. All right, guys, here we go. Look at that. The sound is gone. No more popping or creaking, whatever you call it. Look at that, guys. Oh, I am so happy. Kudos to Specialized for making it right and take care of me. You know, at first they wanted to just replace the hoop, but they did it right and gave me a whole new wheel.